Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruho Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Kauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, very happy to be here in Dharwad for the first time and meet with all of you, wonderful Vaishnavas, devotees. Today, I am continuing a particular series called The 24 Gurus. It is a conversation in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna is teaching Uddhava. When Krishna is winding up his pastimes and going back to Goloka, at time Uddhava is feeling great separation and he is requesting Krishna to give him instructions. And he is feeling very much. So Krishna told him one advice: go to Badrikashrama, take sannyas, go to Badrikashrama and completely spend your time meditating on me. But beyond that, Uddhava asked for more instructions. And he was feeling. So Krishna started talking to him more intensely about renunciation, about the necessity. And he gave him this story about how long back there was a conversation, an encounter between Maharaj Yadu and an Avadhuta whom he met with. Avadhuta means liberated person, happy person, absolutely no connection with this world. So Maharaj Yadu saw him. He was dancing, laughing, crying, an extremely happy person. How can we find such a person in this world? It's not correct. Who are you? How dare you be happy? I am not happy. Many people are not happy. Why are you dancing, chanting? This is what people think whenever they say Hare Krishna devotees also. Arey yaar, kyun itna khush ho? Why are you so happy? They say, tell them, you join us, you'll also become happy. But they don't listen. So Maharaj Yadu asked him, you look a very happy person, you seem completely disconnected with this world, you're like a young boy, young child, laughing, dancing, this thing. So Yadu said, I am liberated person because I got instructions from 24 gurus in nature and my experiences. And because Maharaj Yadu was very humble and very respectful towards his Avadhuta sadhu, he said, I will tell you why I am in this happy situation, why I am in this liberated situation. I learned from the pigeon, I learned from the mountain, I learned from the trees, I learned from the earth, I learned from the sky, I learned from the air, I learned from a prostitute, I learned from, hawk, I learned so many things I learned. I'll tell you all these lessons I learned. And they are all people who taught me. So you may wonder, how can hawk teach you? How can pigeon teach you? Mountain teach you? Earth teach you? But he learned lessons. Before that, before Maharaj Yadu's instance, Krishna told Uddhava, you must use your intelligence, buddhi. Everybody has got buddhi. And everybody has a capacity to use his buddhi to understand things. Very important point he mentioned. I don't know whether I have that shloka. He told him that if you simply rely on your intelligence, you will understand many of these things that you can very easily get to know. I will read some of those very interesting shlokas. And he will tell Uddhava that actually you can become your own guru if you know exactly how to connect with me and how to use your intelligence. Pumsho ayuktasya nanartho brahmasa gunadosha bhak karma vikarmeti gunadosha diyo vida. One whose consciousness is bewildered by illusion perceives many differences in value and meaning amongst material objects. Thus, one engages constantly on the platform of material good and evil and is bound by such conceptions, absorbed in material duality. Such a person contemplates the performance of compulsory duties, non-performance of such duties, and performance of forbidden activities. In this way, he starts explaining, being fully endowed with conclusive knowledge of the Vedas and having realized the ultimate purpose of such knowledge in practice, you will be able to perceive the pure self, and thus your mind will be satisfied. At that time, you will become dear to all living beings, headed by the demigods, and you will never be hampered by any disturbance in life. One who has transcended material good and evil automatically acts in accordance with religious injunctions and avoids forbidden activities. The self-realized person does this spontaneously like an innocent child and not because he is thinking in terms of material good and evil. Right? This way, Krishna slowly explains to him what he wants to tell Uddhava. And Uddhava says, I am very foolish. Oh my Lord, I myself am most foolish because my consciousness is merged in the material body and bodily relations, which are all manufactured by your illusory energy. Thus I am thinking I am this body and all these relatives are mine. Therefore, my Lord, please instruct your poor servant. Please tell me how I can very easily carry on your instructions. This way, of course, Uddhava recognizes the Lord and offers his prayers so feelingly. Then Krishna takes on and says, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Prayena Manuja Loke Lokat Tattva Vichakshanaha Samudharanti Ki Atmanaham Atma Naiva Shubhashayat. The Supreme Lord replied, generally those human beings who can expertly analyze the actual situation of the material world are able to raise themselves beyond the inauspicious life of gross material gratification. Atmano gururatmaiva purushasya visheshatah yat pratyakshanubhav anumanabhyam shreyo asav anuvindate. An intelligent person, expert in perceiving the world around him, and in applying sound logic can achieve real benefit through his own intelligence. Thus, sometimes one acts as one's own instructing spiritual master. You can actually become your own guru if you use your intelligence. In the human form of life, those who are self-controlled and expert in spiritual science of Sankhya can directly see me along with all my potencies. In this world, there are many kinds of created bodies, some with one leg, some with 3 or 4 legs, and still there are others with no legs. But of all these, the human form is actually very dear to me. Although I, the Supreme Lord, can never be captured by ordinary sense perception, those situated in human life may use their intelligence and other faculties of perception to directly search for me through apparent and indirectly ascertained symptoms. In this way, he will come to the case of the Maharaj Yadu and the Avadhuta. So this is what we see in the instructions given. And last time we discussed in the opening about earth, what he learned from the earth, Bhumi. He learned tolerance. He learns the sense of giving. How the sense of giving happens. So today there are two subsidiary things to do with the earth. He says also because of the earth, I learned lessons from the mountain and from the tree. What do you learn from the mountains? Very nice shloka. Shashvat parartha sarvebhya pararthaikanta sambhavah sadhu siksheta bhubritto nagasishya paratmatam. A saintly person should learn from the mountain to devote all his efforts to the service of others and to make the welfare of others the sole reason for his existence. Similarly, as a disciple of the tree, he should learn to dedicate himself to others. So, pararthaikanta sambhavaha. Para artha. For others, you must live, you must do something. In this world, everybody is constantly thinking about themselves only. For me, mine, I, me, mine. You keep on talking about yourself. My money, my house, my property, my looks, my children, my house, my. Very rarely we think about others. This is a big problem. Because of constantly be selfishly oriented towards yourself, self-realization becomes difficult. Although you are selfish, you don't have self-realization. It's very funny. You are very selfish, materially selfish. So that is why the Bhagavad Gita says that you must practice charity. Three things Krishna says will purify even the great souls. What are they? Yajna, Dana, Tapa, Pavanani, Manishinam. Even the best of the person should never stop Yajna, Dana, Tapa. Performing Yajna to propitiate the Lord. Dana, charity. Tapa, austerity. Giving is an important part of purification. Giving makes you think about others. Giving stops you from thinking only about yourself. There are other people, not only me in this world. Yes, I know I have my wife and children, I'm giving to them. This is the first level of giving. Why? Because wife and children very important for my gratification. For those people who contribute to my sense gratification, I'll definitely give. The next circle I will give is to my neighbors. Little bit I will give something. Otherwise they'll give me a problem. Unko bhi thoda de do. Otherwise, my acquaintances or those people working in the office with me, my business associates. Like this slowly only it will expand. First, the idea is by giving, how I will benefit. That's how you think. I'm giving, but will I get any benefit? हम दे रहे हैं आपका मंदिर के लिए, हमारा नाम ऊपर डालेंगे, मंदिर में ऊपर डालेंगे, पूरा हम ही डोनेट किए. I'm giving, but I want benefit for me. Even while giving, I want for myself. That's how you think. But this is not that type of giving. If you give like that, you will still be stuck with yourself. Here, mountain is giving. You know, we heard about Govardhana, Haridasa Variya. How Govardhana gives. How Govardhana gives. Very beautifully, the gopis are praising Govardhana. Then it must be correct only, Pakka. Because they give themselves fully to Krishna. You can even kill me. You can use me how you want. So they are praising Govardhana hill. How Govardhana hill provides beautiful lakes, beautiful waterfalls, fruits, flowers, caves, kunjas, grass for the cows. So many things Govardhana gives. So generous and maintains everybody in Vrindavan. So the gopis are praising. That is why Krishna said, worship Govardhana, don't worship Indra. He is the one really giving. So in this way, a giving mentality means it does not belong to me, first of all. That is the first thing you know. Isavasham idam sarvam. It doesn't belong to me. Belongs to Krishna. And he has given me the opportunity to give. I want to give. And make everybody Krishna conscious by giving. That is the type of giving that is mentioned. Because I know everything belongs to Krishna. Those who think things belong to them, no, they become more and more stingy and narrow. Those who think everything belongs to Krishna and start giving, they'll get more and more to give. They'll keep getting more and more and they'll keep giving. This is an amazing thing. Prabhupada went, he said, I went to America and with 40 rupees in my pocket. Right? Of course, I was very sure that even that 40 rupees does not belong to me. It belongs to Krishna. And then he said, now I've got so many branches, so many places. We're distributing food, we're calling people, we're giving books, we're doing so much of giving. Mine is a giving society. In the Nectar of Instruction, he explains, Dadati, Pratigrahanati, Gukyamakyati, Prachati, Bhunkte, Bhojayate Chaiva. Like that. And he explains about the International Society for Krishna Consciousness is giving based on these principles. We're giving the holy name. We're giving Krishna to everybody on behalf of Prabhupada and the previous acharyas. It is not an ordinary giving. It's not an ordinary giving, the absolute truth. Greatest charity. So, the tendency to work for the welfare of others and for that sake to give is an important thing, especially in a sadhu's mind. I should work for the welfare of others. Then only you can call yourself a sadhu. Then only you can call yourself. You cannot become a sadhu and then constantly selfishly think only about yourself. Then you're not a sadhu. Sadhu means sacrifice. Sadhu means giving. Sadhu means becoming an agent of Krishna to give to people Krishna consciousness. For that sake, anything that is required, I will sacrifice. So he said that from the mountain I learned this. How to work for other people's welfare. Pararthaikanta sambhavaha. It's mentioned here. Para arthaikanta sambhavaha. This is an important lesson from the hill, from the mountain. And like you mentioned, like we heard, earth contributes by, mountain contributes by sustaining the earth. Do you know that mountains are living beings? In the Prabhupada, the Bhagavatam describes that earlier mountains had wings and they will fly from one place to the other. You must be wondering, oh my gosh, till now, Maharaj, you are speaking something I can believe. Now you have started speaking something which is very difficult. No, it's true. Mountains had wings. And there are stories about big asuras cutting off the mountain's wings. Don't go anywhere, stay here only. But now in Kali Yuga, you don't see the mountain itself. So bad Yuga that even if the mountain is there, you don't see it. Even Govardhana is becoming shorter and shorter. So it's difficult to believe certain things, but mountains are living beings. We heard about Govardhana, how he came from Drona. He came from the spiritual world. how we heard from his father, Drona is another mountain. So, first of all, we have a sense of feeling of personality. And then only you will appreciate that a mountain also gives and works for others. This is the high understanding of the gopis, and that is why they were saying Govardhana is our best servant for Hari, Haridasavadya. Then mountains give jewels, minerals, water, whatnot, and many other important things required. This tendency of giving for the sake of others, working for another's welfare is very important. Otherwise, we'll continue to be always very selfish people. If Krishna says, Yajñartat karmano anyatra loko yam karma bandhana hai, you must do something for Yajño vai Vishnu. Otherwise, you will get bondaged in this world. We will not immediately do. Krishna, how can I do for him? I don't see him. At least you see people in front of you. You can do something for them. It is a stepping stone to do something for Krishna. Right? So in this material world, at least you should start practicing thinking about others and doing something for others. It's purifying. That he learned, he said, from the mountain. Two things in association with the earth is mountain and trees. In that shloka, he is mentioning there, Sadhu Siksheta Bhubritho Nagasishya Paratmatam. Nagasishya means a disciple of a tree. Trees, again, are fantastic personalities. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he mentioned, Trinadapi Sunichena Tarorive Sahishnuna. Taror means tree. Sahishnuna means Sahana Sakshi. Shakti for Sahana, for tolerance. A tree will be cut. You make furniture, you'll make a table, you'll make a shelf, you'll make sandals. You will pluck the branches, you'll rip off the leaves, you'll take the flowers, you'll take the fruits. The tree will simply send. Still give you shade, give you fruit. Taroriva Sahishnuna, very tolerant, and still continues to give. Actually, that is why you must, in the Vedic system of thought, every one of these entities are personalities. A tree is a person. If you're a person who lives in the natural atmosphere in the forest, with nature, you will understand this very well. We people live with mobile phones and cars and AC rooms. It's very difficult for you to understand what is being mentioned here. But people who live in natural situations, they can very easily relate with this. You know, this Chipko movement, these are ladies. It's a very famous photograph. It was, in my younger days, I have seen this photograph, one on the right. These Himalayan ladies, all of them, this is in Uttar Pradesh. In Himalayas also same thing happened. They came to cut the trees. And then Acharya Vinoba Bhave, he said that these trees are living people. They have sustained us for hundreds and hundreds of years. They are very old. And they provide us with water. They provide us with consolidation of the earth. There are no landslides and all that. And they absorb things from the atmosphere, give us fruits. They do so many things to us. How you people are willing to cut these trees? They were very personal. So these ladies he started a movement called Chipko. In their language means go hug the tree. Hug the tree movement. So when they came to cut the trees, ladies said, cut me first. I'll not allow you to cut this tree. The whole project disappeared because of these ladies and because of this Chipko moment. These trees are our father, mother. Don't cut these trees. If you cut the tree, we feel very bad. So, respecting the sentiments of so many people, they gave up the project. They stopped and they made people understand that, yeah, you people are so horrible. This is nature. These trees are all looking after us. We are getting so much of benefit. They are personalities. They are personalities. See, only when you understand like this, you'll be able to appreciate what he's telling about. I learned from the tree, I learned from the mountain, I learned from the earth. Because it's a very personal relationship that he's learning. Some other people will think, oh, what do you learn from the earth here? Just drill and take the oil. Just take all the minerals. What is there to learn from the earth? Go exploit the earth. When I joined the movement, there was a big article that came out that said that what Indians are sitting and worshipping the cow. On one side, they are saying poverty, no food to eat. Why are they worshipping the cow? Just cut up the cow and eat it. This, why are they not cutting the cow and eating? So many cows. There'll be no poverty. They simply don't understand at all. So, in this modern system of thought, everything is so exploitative. How to enjoy for me? Mine. Cow, cut it up and eat it. Mountain, bore it, get all the minerals, get everything from it. Tree, strip it completely. Cut it. Make shelf, make wood, this thing, that thing, my bed and everything together. Can't think in any other way. Very horrible civilization. So the Chipko movement, all these ladies, they made such a wonderful scene that it moved many people all over the world. Tree also is a very charitable person. Fruits, flowers, shade, give you parts of its body. You can make an axe handle with that. You can make this with that. Although all these things are taken from the tree, people do it with great thankfulness. They don't destroy the tree. And the tree also is willing to give. This is the way human beings should live in nature, with great respect. This is redwood forest in western coast of America in San Francisco. Biologists, botanists, and forest researchers found something very amazing about this huge trees. Each tree is 300 feet, 350 feet. So old, thousands of years old, some of them. Huge tree trunks. There is one picture of a car going through the tree trunk underneath. It's carved out underneath. So huge. And they found out something amazing, how these trees are surviving for so long and so many. Beautiful. They found something very interesting, that underneath there is a whole world of communication between the trees. All the roots are joined together. If there is a big storm, the trees will stand up. Even though they are so tall, they can stand. But their depth of roots is not much. But they are all interconnected. The whole forest of trees are interconnected. So any storm comes, they all act like one piece. They all together become one piece. And so huge, you cannot topple it down. One single tree you can topple down. But I am connected with so many trees together. I am one. Whole forest is one tree, like that. So when the storm and all that come, they cannot do anything to it. Like this, they have survived. Because they are working together. I am giving to society, and these idiots will attack me. Let us work together to give to society. This is the Krishna consciousness movement. This is what Prabhupada told us. This is Harinam Sankirtan. Bahubir militva kirtayante sankirtanam uchyate. Many of us get together and loudly chant the names of the Lord. People will get affected. Many of the trees together, join together and serve people, they will one day get affected. Same Sankirtan principle. So this is an amazing discovery they made. And then they made more discoveries that there are fungi, bacteria operating underneath. And there is a give and take. I will give you this, you give me that from each of the trees. And it seems the trees will look after a sick tree. By lightning, something happened and it is burnt up. All the trees will supply nutrients to the tree and quickly so that it will recover. The entire forest will look after that tree. And if there's a baby tree, it will be next to the parent growing side. It will feed specially certain nutrients to the baby tree. It's looking after child. And all other trees also will sometimes contribute something to the baby tree. Not of the same species. Even if you're not of the same species, the other trees will help. Amazing. They discovered that in that forest, every tree is conscious and helping, and at the same time serving society of living beings, whether it's a tiger or a leopard living in my tree, I'm giving it shelter what is required. So when people get together, they can serve people who are ungrateful also, and they will change them. The Krishna consciousness movement is meant to serve people, and most of the people in this world are very materialistic, very selfish. Still, we serve them because they will change. As they keep eating prasadam, as they keep having association, as they keep dancing in the kirtan, one day their heart changes. Chai, I also want to be part of them. I want to do like this. What a selfish man I've been. Prabhupada changed people in the Western world when he came by simply serving them like the tree. He cooked for them, cleaned for them, washed all the vessels, spent his money and bought groceries, vegetables, fruits, cooked nice dishes, and gave, and they were all coming and eating and going. One day their heart changed. What man? क्या यार, एक बूढ़े आदमी से जो कुछ भी वो कर रहे हैं हम ले रहे हैं, उनको कुछ वापस देने का है हमको. One day he was standing in the queue for using the toilet. It was happening here in 26 2nd Avenue. He's standing in the queue for using the toilet in his own place. He's rented the place, he's paying the money, he's selling his books. And the hippies, all of them standing with him also to use the toilet. First day, he stood in the queue with his gamcha, 70-plus-year-old man. Standing along. This is America, hum kya karenge? They have no culture, no sabhyata of any type, so kalachar nahi hai. We'll stand like that only, depending on Krishna. One day, 2 day, 3rd day, by the super soul inspiring them, they're discussing, I think the Swamiji should go in first, no? They're talking to themselves because he's standing in the queue. The Swamiji go for, yeah, should go. क्योंकि इतना पका के हमको प्रसाद दिया कल. He fed us so much, so many days he's feeding us. He likes us. He's giving us love and affection. Nice person, very old. We should help him. Swamiji, you go first. He said, thank you, and went. Can you imagine how Prabhupada is? See, this is the meaning of our founder Acharya. Very humble. Gone to a foreign country and just giving myself. I'm here to serve. He wrote in the Avadhuta diary, Krishna, why you brought me here? This place is filled with ignorance and passion. Rajogun, Tamogun. You must be having some purpose. You can use me. I will dance according to your pulling and pushing. I am your puppet. I already decided. So, queue mein khade honge. If you give me place, I'll go. Otherwise, it's okay. It's Krishna's desire. Krishna only influences. Arey yaar, is my devotee, send him in first. From super. Prabhupada simply stood. This is giving. It's the meaning of giving. Don't complain. Today I did not get my chapati. I will not chant my japa. Today you called me, you said, what are you doing? Very bad, I'm going to sleep. I feel very depressed. You took away my mobile, I'm not going to school. Recently happened. Yeah, in America, they told me when I was there recently that one daughter of a nice couple, she had a phone. And parents found out that you are dating one person using that phone. Okay, we don't mind your dating. But you are going and doing with him certain things which you should not do. Some drugs, some this thing. So they told her, please don't do this. She didn't listen. They took off the phone from her. You go to school and you do the studies properly. I'll give you a phone in the evening. What she did, no, she went and complained to the police. She went and complained to the police, and my father took my phone away. I'm feeling very depressed. I don't like going to school. I'm going to commit suicide. Police called and said, give back the phone to your daughter. अरे यार तुम कौन हो बोलने के लिए? हम पुलिस है. हम बोल रहे हैं, give back the phone to the daughter. Both of them ran to the police station. Daughter is standing there. I want my phone back. Yeah, why did you come to the police station? Because you took away the phone and you said you will not give. But I told for this reason. The police again said, give back the phone. That is all okay. Let her meet whatever boy she wants now. Because if you don't give the phone, if something happens to her and she does something, you are to blame. Give the phone to her. This is what is today. For all small reasons, threshold is so low. How can we expect, even my phone I will not give. So, Prabhupada has taught us by his example, working together to give to society. Personally also ready to give. And if I work together, I can give a huge thing to society and change society completely. That is why it's important to stay together. You can do big things for Prabhupada's movement. So I can see that all of you are getting together here and you're going to build a wonderful temple here. It's a wonderful location. It's really very great offering. Stay together. Very important to stay together. It's an austerity sometimes to stay together. Not sometimes. Some of you are smiling all the time. Maybe. But the power is in Sankirtan, not in some Kirtan. कुछ कीर्तन में नहीं, संकीर्तन में है शक्ति. बहुबीर मिलित्वा कीर्तयन्ते. Not that this is very difficult for me, I'm going, I'll do my own कीर्तन. हम करेंगे, दो करताल लेके, एक जैन 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 हम करेंगे और हम कहीं कोने में बैठ के हम थोड़ा कीर्तन करेंगे. तो क्या है? तो कुछ नहीं है. It's fine. You can do kirtan. You will go back to Godhead. But Prabhupada's movement, you want everybody to go back to Godhead. Would you like to take part in it? The mercy will come faster. So when we do projects like this, it means we are willing to come together like these redwood trees, help each other and give strength where somebody has got some this thing. And doing pleases Krishna very much. He said this to the Prachetas, that you're all jointly, cooperatively serving me. I like that very much. You're tolerating with patience and doing. Because by seeing the big temple that comes up, it's a sign of cooperation and Sankirtan. And it attracts many people. Many people will come. And they will also join you. And you become bigger and bigger and bigger. This is Prabhupada's plan. So working together, we can learn determination. In spite of people trying to cut you down, in spite of people coming and giving you a small pinch in the back, a kick here, beating here, a slap here, you continue to serve. Because why? Serving Krishna is very important. It is permanent. It is eternal. It's absolute. So these material things that happen to us, that come, that goes. But what we are doing on the order of Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, that is permanent. You must never stop that. Whatever small disturbance comes. Disturbances are nothing. They come, they go. Sitoshna sukha dukkha daha agama payino anityas tam stitiksha svabharata. Krishna is advising Arjuna, just tolerate all these small things. Because I am engaging you in something very big. Dharma samsthapanarthaya. Right? That is very important. So for the small things, don't give up this important big thing. Tolerate. So a devotee should be determined, come together and execute. You see, this is a picture of the Lord as a tree. Has anybody knows where this is? Huh? In Indonesia. Anybody else?
Guruvayur.
It's very much in India. In Kerala, Guruvayur temple. You know the famous Guruvayur temple? This artist has done this. There is a pastime of the Lord between two great devotees. One is Narayana Bhattatreya and the other one is Puntanam. Puntanam was a rustic, simple devotee. Narayana Bhattatreya is a big scholar, Brahmana, Nambudri. I'll tell you very shortly. Puntanam came and chanted Vishnu Sahasranama in front of the Lord. In the Vishnu Sahasranama, there is a place, Narayana Amara Prabhu. Amara, Devatas. Prabhu means Lord of the Devatas. Amara means also immortal, no death. But Pundanam does not know Sanskrit not so much, but he's a very nice devotee. He chanted Narayana Maraprabhu. Maraprabhu, he said. Mara means tree. So that Narayana Bhattari was there, he started laughing and said, stop it, don't chant. Lord is standing here. Why are you saying, you know what you're telling? Narayana is Lord of the tree. But the meaning is Lord of the Amaras. Well, why don't you stop chanting? And he started laughing at him. But from inside, one big voice came. Then who else is Maraprabhu? Who else is Lord of the trees? I am only the Lord of the trees. Oh, and showed one darshan like this. And with the mouth shaking like this. I am Maraprabhu. Everyone got shocked. Who else is Lord of the trees? Me only. Lord of the trees is the Lord. He came and showed that like this form filled with tree. I thought it was interesting, since we are discussing the tree. Krishna appeared as a tree. Krishna appeared as a tree and said, I am the Lord of the trees. So even the trees may be worshipping Krishna. It's a statement of Krishna. When I told you about the redwood trees in San Francisco, they must all be getting strength by worshipping Krishna. You know, all the trees together gave their daughter to the Prachetas. Bhagavatam describes all the trees in the forest had a daughter. That daughter was married to the Prachetas. You read that in the Bhagavatam. So don't take these things lightly. So these are some of the things that we can learn from trees. A tree is a very interesting creature. A mountain is a very interesting creature. When you spend time with nature, with Krishna's creation, we understand these personalities and we come closer to the Lord. We come closer to the Lord. So these are some of the instructions that Avadhuta got. and he learned. The concept of the understanding of Guru, Guruship, Guru Tattva is a very deep subject. So don't take this very lightly. At the same time, also don't misunderstand, think that I am my own Guru because Maharaj said on that evening, he did this daughter. हम जो कुछ भी सोच रहे हैं हम भी गुरु हैं, हम हमारा गुरु हैं. First of all, I am my Guru, and then why can't I be others' Guru? अरे natural. हमारा गुरु हम है तो सब लोग का गुरु हम भी है. इनफैक्ट हम विश्व गुरु हैं. कोई जानते नहीं है. They don't know. Like this, slowly, if you start using your intelligence, you'll become crazy. Be very careful. It is meant for people, he said, who are very well read and very intelligent and know the Shastra very well. They can help themselves. Right? That is one point. Another point, important thing we should know, although this person has learned from various gurus, it does not mean you should not have a guru. We should go around naked in the forest and we'll learn from him. No, what Prabhupada told us, we should follow. Prabhupada, our founder Acharya, foundational guru, foundational Siksha guru, gave us his books, gave the Shastra in an understandable format for Kali Yuga. You must read his books. And you can see Prabhupada will speak to you through his books. You can feel the presence of Prabhupada in his books. You must read them very carefully and accept those teachings. Take practical guidance from a senior devotee. You can accept him as your guiding guru, Siksha guru. He may also become your Diksha guru. In this way, in ISKCON, we have the opportunity to have many people instructing you. You can get inspired by Prabhupada's teachings, who is a foundational guru. You can get inspired by other senior Vaishnavas who can teach you, Sadhu, Shastra, Guru. And this way, Krishna is also Antaryami Guru, from inside a super soul. We can take advantage of all these agencies, and then our Guru experience will be complete. And in this way we can progress. But from the teachings of this Avadhuta, which Krishna is telling Uddhava, we can learn many things, how to become Krishna conscious. Om Tat Sat. I will stop here, and if you have any question, I can try to help you. Hare Krishna. Online also, if you have any question, I can try to help you.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Yeah.
Dattatreya Maharaj. Thank you very much for wonderful insights on Mother Earth and tolerance and so many wonderful qualities that we need to learn. Maharaj, one question regarding, you were mentioning the trees are so much in the mood of giving. They do not care about even when they are being cut and they are being in one sense exploited by the ungrateful people. Nowadays, we also see so many situations that are happening around the world. And also in that case, where there are sometimes people are taking advantage of the mood of servitude. At that time, how intelligently also we should balance that we have to also be in the mood of giving and serving, but at the same time, how to we make sure that our service is actually meeting its cause.
Some dangers are there in this world. It is the nature of this world. Prabhupada said, especially if you're a preacher, you're bringing the words of God, then you must be prepared to accept this dangerous situation. People in this world will naturally get envious of somebody who speaks of God. Will naturally get envious of somebody who is very light and happy in spite of not having anything much materially. They get a deep internal anger and envy. So they will attack you. Although they are materially well-to-do also, they will simply attack you. Although they are very powerful materially also, they'll simply attack you. Envy. Nityananda Prabhu was attacked by Jagai and Madai. Prabhupada often speaks about Jesus Christ who was crucified. And he said, that is part of your sacrifice and seva that these things happen. Even if you're very safely preaching, very carefully preaching, you have taken insurance for a preacher. Special insurance may come up very soon. Preaching insurance, whatever you may do, you may get something else, disease, that thing, this thing. Nobody can guarantee anybody anything in this world. You don't preach because it's very dangerous, it is that, this also. Something else will happen to you. It's not that because you're preaching alone, you're in danger. Padam padam yat vipadam natesham. It's mentioned that every step is a danger in this world. Security and all is a false sense of security you have. I've taken my life insurance, I've taken my health insurance, I've done this, I've done that. Invariably, Narsimhadev will come from the pillar, and whatever conditions you put also, he will come like that only and kill you. Right? I call it the Narsimha effect. However smart people may be in this material world, nobody can overcome the Narsimha effect. He'll come from the pillar. That's the last thing he expected. Yaar, kaisa aadmi hai ye? He's fulfilling my entire conditions. Krishna, the nature of this world is such that you should not come back here. So while we are here, at least we, instead of sitting and having gratification, which will make you come back here, you use your life for Krishna. Preach his word. That is the best service you can do. Best utilization. So what if you die preaching? Still it is glorious. You go back to Godhead. So what does it matter? What is life meant for anyway? So many lifetimes you've already gone through. One janma to de do Bhagavan ke liye. So kya ho? So dangers are always there. It is not that you can make the world a less dangerous place as a small puny human being with a few schemes of yours. That's the nature of the world. But hopefully Krishna will protect us and we will continue to be able to serve. That's the expectation of a devotee. No demands.
Maharaj, just one question up on the same tone, Maharaj. If it is at a community level where some harm is happening, so in context, Maharaj, I'm just trying to say. So if at a community level, if it is harm is happening, we are in the mood of serving. But if the harm is happening from the other side, from the society, so how do we protect ourselves?
We all get together and pray to Krishna. We don't have the capacity to protect ourselves. That is why the harm is happening, no? It is happening. That means you are not able to protect yourself. So we should all get together and pray to Krishna. And we should leave it to Krishna, his desire. It is not that only for you, it is like the entire Vrindavan community, Indra attacked. And the raindrops were this big, it seems, diameter, like a banana tree's trunk. And flood the whole place with thunder, lightning, storms, this, that. The cows did not know what to do. The simple kids did not know what to do. The gopas, the calves did not know what to do. Everybody was suffering. So why should it happen to Krishna's people in Vrindavan? You can ask so many questions like that also. Well, Krishna protected them. He said, don't worry, come. Protected them. It took some time also. It's past time. Till then they suffered. Yaar, instant karne ka tha. You should have done immediately, no. We may have so many of these material calculations. Things happen according to Krishna's plan. Devotees are dependent on Krishna. And whatever Krishna desires, they accept it. Don't try to have a material judgment on something that is happening by Krishna's plan. Then you'll get bewildered. Okay. Anybody online has a question? Is there anybody online has a question? Hello?
That's one question.
Excuse me? Anybody online has a question?
Alex.
Whatever happened to me, I became upside down. See, I told you, it's all Krishna's plan. हम क्या जानते हैं? Okay. I don't know what happened.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, go ahead.
In this connection, it was very wonderful insight on the lessons from tree. Thank you very much, Maharaj. It's one capacity on which Krishna gives, whether difficulties, because somebody has the capacity to tolerate, he gives difficulty, it is said like that. So like Kunti Maharani is praying, let there be calamities. So I asked one devotee, can we pray like that? He told, first accept what you are getting it, tolerate what you are getting it, forget there are more calamities. So in one sense, accepting the present situation is it right, or we have to, means anyway if we contract something, it's going to come in another way. But sometimes people say be practical. Sometimes they say use your common sense. Yes, where these things be placed. Sometimes they say you are foolish. You are not common sense, like that.
True. You should use your intelligence. It is not that sometimes you should apply it flatly. Kunti Maharani said, therefore I will. Who are you and who is Kunti Maharani? You act from where you are. Don't map Kunti Maharani's desire on you. You are not anywhere near. So better you stand where you sit. Don't sit here and stand there. Not possible. So I tell people that be practical, take necessary steps, and don't be unnecessarily extrapolating yourself into a level of Krishna consciousness prematurely. You have to be practical. And that is what is Varnashrama. You take care of yourself, lead your material life properly. Don't become premature Paramahamsa. So our life is a combination of certain things that we need to do, both materially, and we need to be submissively serving Krishna. We are sadhakas. We are not liberated people. That we should accept as a hard fact. It is not that because you shaved your head and put tilak, and then you put a kantimala, suddenly you should feel an aura is behind you, and you look down and see, are my feet touching the ground or not? My gosh, I may have got liberated. Prabhupada made fun of this like this. He told one, said, I'm not feeling very hungry nowadays. Actually, he was telling that I'm growing old, not very hungry. Then suddenly he looked at you and said, maybe I'm liberated. Because they were all thinking something. Maybe I'm liberated. And he was quietly smiling. So don't be foolish. How to apply the Shastra is seen by Prabhupada's life. Right? He was a very practical person. Lochanevam vihinasya darpanam kim karishyati. Yasya nasti swayam prajna shastra karoti kim. A person who doesn't have his own swayam prajna intelligence, what will the Shastra do to him? If you don't have eyes, what is the use of a mirror? Chanakya Pandit is saying, Lochanevam vihinasya darpanam kim karishyati. What will the mirror do to you if you don't have eyes? Same way, if you don't use your own intelligence, what can the Shastra be blamed for?
At the same
Right.
time, one has to
So
take
there are
risk.
so many things mentioned in the Shastra that has been interpreted nicely for Kali Yuga by Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. And he lived a life like that. Understand that very carefully and do something intelligent for yourself.
Some risk, like Prabhupada said, aim at rhino. How aim at rhino?
Yeah.
So it
Rhinoceros.
means like you have to think something beyond, take steps, risky steps also, because to advance, we need to do something.
See, Prabhupada's rhinoceros was different. Your rhinoceros is definitely different. It is Dharwad temple construction. Prabhupada's rhinoceros was establish Krishna consciousness all over the world. That was the rhino picture given to him by the Goswamis and by his Guru Maharaj. But Prabhupada told you, for you, this rhino, distribute my books, chant nicely, be happy in Krishna consciousness, go back to God. Bas. Different people have different rhino. Small kid is given rhino by the mother. Toy rhino. Right? Bigger kid is given in a movie, rhino. Even bigger kid actually taken to the African outback and so this is rhino. Like that. Different people have rhino experiences. Not all rhino experiences are the same. प्रभुपाद का राइनो को प्रभुपाद को ही छोड़ दो. तुम आपका राइनो बताओ जो छोटा होता है उसके साथ काम करो.
Thank you, man.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dhanvatnam. Thank you very much for the class, Maharaj. So actually, there is one quote that a Vaishnava sees, he knows that who is who and what is what. But what you told Maharaj, so we should not be materially outlook, we should not look, and by spiritual outlook we should look, Maharaj. By the spiritual perspective, everything we should look. So how much, to what extent it is beneficial, like spiritual speculation or philosophical speculation, it is said. How much extent it is good or how much extent it is bad, Maharaj, that I want to know.
There is a quote of Prabhupada saying that philosophical speculation is okay, provided it is helping you to come to an understanding. He says it with great caution. It is not that we should not use our intelligence and our mind to understand things. Sometimes we may go a little bit like this, like this, like this. But we must be careful to keep ourselves within the boundaries of our founders' teachings also. If you go out on your own and read the Shastra and speculate and start saying things which Prabhupada has not said, or say things against what Prabhupada said, then I think your speculation is not fruitful. It's harmful to you. So you must stop immediately and listen. It's not an easy thing to philosophically speculate. You must do it with intelligence. And you should do it with purpose. That you're trying to understand this way, that way a little bit and consider many different types of things. You should do it under guidance. You should not, pardon?
Yeah. Like Maharaj, so we'll see through our ears. So what we hear, according to that, we can see the outlook of the nature. That way, what we told you.
Tutekshita patha, mentioned in the Bhagavatam. Seeing through the ears. The path of seeing through the ears. You're hearing and you're seeing. Shruta ikshita patha. The path. Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur also spoke about that. We must learn how to hear first. We must learn how to hear and absorb. Then we will be able to ask questions. Even Krishna told Arjuna, Vimrishetat yaseshena yate ichhasi tata kuru. Iti te jnanam akshyatam guhyat guhyataram maya. I've given you the secret of secrets, Gyan. Now, Vimrishya, you deliberate on it. Then you do. Krishna also did not tell simply accept blindly whatever I'm telling. Why you are asked to deliberate in this is you take responsibility for your action. Krishna told, I did, this happened. No, Krishna told, I understood and I did. These are two things. So don't blindly do because I told, you told, You will use your intelligence. That's the meaning of saying, yasya nasti swayam prajna. You must not stop using your intelligence. Nobody told you. This is a problem with many people. Fanatic understanding. You told, you tell, whatever you tell, I will do. No, I will not tell you. You are a dangerous fellow. I will say you're a dangerous fellow. I will not tell you anything. If you talk to me like that, you tell, I will do. Maharaj, whatever you tell, I will do. You tell, I will do. I'm dangerous. No, 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 no. Krishna told Arjuna, Vimrishetat yaseshena. Don't simply do because I told, you understand it. And then you do. So we are not idiots simply blindly following. People in the world will criticize you more. Arey yaar, you are faith-based people. You don't use your intelligence. Because they see sometimes fanatic people do that. We're not fanatics. Prabhupada didn't want us to be some blind followers. He wanted us to understand, read, understand, discuss, ask questions, then act. Then act. Then you'll be in a better position to act and take responsibility for what you're acting. Responsibility is yours. According to time, place, situation, circumstance, you must learn how to apply certain things. Don't think you can skip that. That responsibility will say, yeah, sab aapka zimmedari hai. I am your disciple. Whatever you tell, I will do. No, that is not the way to follow. It's not the way to follow. Use your brains.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Okay? Right? Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. The time is only 9:05. Srila Prabhupada ki